Good morning. Good morning. I'm such a terrible singer. Mayday, mayday. How is everybody this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Man, I always forget to turn that down. It never fails. QP, Hour One, Korrie. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. I'm trying to get everything set up. I was having trouble again today. That's why I was a little bit late. Let's see. Oh, my singing's terrible. Oh, good. I'm glad you're feeling good. I've actually been feeling better lately because you know how tired Pat's been and stuff. That's how I was, not lately, not the past few days, but when I was like so groggy and telling you guys how I was tired, that's exactly how I was, like Pat was, and it feels like you're drugged almost, but I'm fine. The past few days I'm a little sleepy now, but not too bad. It's a normal sleepy, not like a that kind of sleepy. That's okay, everyone. Okay, just so, let's see, let me pull up my Gmail over here. Dead GPK, just so while we're talking, just to put up something different, because I hate having my icon there all the time. Dead GPK sent me some pictures that I'll be putting up. He says I can use for my live streams and stuff if I want to, and that was cool of him. So I'm going to bring that up and put him up. Hi, the Great G. Yeah. I just woke up, but about a half an hour ago. But the only reason I do it at this time is because it's the only time that, even though normally, well, it depends. I mean, when I wasn't sleeping at all, I was always up at this time, because I wake up like at 3 o'clock every morning. But even now or whatever, when I do get some sleep and stuff, it's just, the only reason I don't really like this time necessarily. It's just a time that I know I could do it. You know what I mean? So. All right. So I'm going to put up some pictures from Dead GPK. I wish I could. They're in my emails, so darn, I wish. Maybe I'll have to. Well, let's see here. Wish I would have seen this earlier. Oh, sorry for the dead air. I'm just trying to save this picture so that I can put it up bigger instead of having it just in my Gmail. Let's see who else is here while I'm doing that. Okay. Sharkay. JW. Oh, is the other one still up? Was there like 2 live things? Because is that what are you talking about, JW? Because I couldn't get that one going. Man. All right, let's see here. What do I want to save it as? Okay, now here we go. Gosh, I never knew. Oh, but dang, you're going to be able to see all my pictures this way. I don't know. I'll just talk here for a minute. Well, I'll go ahead and put this up. Because it is a pretty picture. But where is it now? Oh, criminally. I don't know how to work Chromebook very well. Oh, here it is. Okay. There we go. All right, now if I can get this situated. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Dominic. So it did put up my other one, JW? Is that what you were saying? That's weird. I didn't know that it did that. Huh. I thought it didn't do it until I started broadcasting. That's weird. Just don't swipe to the left. Yeah, I'm not I'm not really impressed with Chromebooks, honestly. I mean, I've had this one for quite a while, and then the reason I got it is because I broke my screen on I had a Toshiba laptop. And there's just a lot of stuff you can't do with the Chromebook, you know? I mean, it's fine if that's all you want to do is surf the internet and stuff like that. But, I mean, like, you know, you can't have Excel and Word and all that on it. You can't have, well, and then they did away with their app store. Like, I used to have, like, an ad blocker and all kinds of crap like that on it. I can't do that anymore. You know, so it's a pain. It's a pain. I think they did that on purpose. You know? But I wish I could get rid of this. I don't know how to get rid of that. Maybe. Do I do this? Well, it makes it smaller anyway. Alrighty. Stay frosty. So what's up with everybody? I've been studying a lot of stuff, but I mean, a ton of stuff, but it's not necessarily, well, it's Mandela related, but it's not necessarily changes in themselves, you know? So, but it's kind of some scary stuff, and I know some people don't like that, so I don't know. So one of these days I think I'll just put out a separate video of it rather than do it in my live streams. Because I think most of the time people just want to hang out and, you know, maybe hear some fun stuff or hear some, you know, just more of the traditional changes and stuff like that. Now, I didn't get to hear all of Scarab's broadcast last night because sometimes like I'll like be in it for the first part, and then like sometimes I won't watch the second part because like I've got so many videos I want to watch that I just like to put them on fast forward. It just, you know, is a better use of, I mean, not that, I mean, I'm not saying that wasn't a good use of my time. I'm just saying that, you know, putting stuff on fast forward is a better use. And so like a lot of times I'll start out like I listen to the first hour, and then the second hour I'm going to go back and listen on fast forward. But anyway, one of the things that he was talking about last night, now I don't have a Costco. I mean, I live in sticks. I mean, for crying out loud, the nearest Costco would be like 3 hours away. You know what I mean? And so, but anyway, they're saying how, you know, it was Costco with the T, and then it went to Costco without the T, and now it has the T again. Well, I never saw the Costco without a T, but then, like, again, like I said, I don't really live near one to even, like, if it did do that, I wouldn't have seen it, you know what I mean? But I was just wondering, what you guys, if you live, I mean, this just applies to people in the United States, probably. This is like it's not, I think you guys have Costco for coffee or something like that. It's not that. It's a Costco, like a kind of like a big, huge Walmart type thing. All right, let me see. JW does not like scary stuff. Do you go to Pat's Fireside Chats though on Saturdays? I went to some other stuff on that one, but I loved it the first time he did it, but then I was jumping around because there was so many things. 3 hours away, I could get halfway across Britain in that time. I know. Well, see. Let's see here. There's always a tea with for you, Jetrix. Yeah, you've never seen it without the tea. Well, apparently it flip flopped, but like I said, I don't live near one at all. So I mean, I have no frame of reference. I mean, I have a frame of reference, and that's the tea. But I'm just saying, if it would have changed to Costco without the tea, I wouldn't have seen it anyways. Let's see, Brandon. Oh yeah, I love an SVA. Yeah, well, that's good. I hate to have to go between you guys, Brandon. Yeah, no, I like Vanessa VA a lot. I think the compilations she does are pretty good. Let's see. This will be 8 p.m. Eastern, right, Brandon? That's what I'm getting from you. You have one Costco. But both times for a tea with you. I'm surprised you have it in Australia. Wow. Brandon, it's Costco without the tea. But did you hear that it flip-flopped back with the tea? So, like, you might want to go by there. That could be something that you could talk about for your show tonight. If you go by it and it has the tea, are you going to flip, flop? Get it? Flip, flop. That's funny. Sorry. I cracked myself up. That's so stupid. Hi, Subliminals Angel. Let's see. His time does not say 10. I don't know why you say that. You always say that, but it doesn't say 10. It says 20 Eastern Time. 20 Eastern Time is 10 Eastern Time. 12 plus 8 is 10, or is 20. I don't know why you say 10 all the time. Okay, let's see. Subliminal Angel. Has anyone of you noticed the video where David Bowie's Space Oddity has changed and he partly sings the song in another scale? Another scale? You mean another key? Huh. Oh, that's something I can discuss with you guys. Sheet music doesn't look any different to me at all. I mean, I've been playing piano since I was 5. I mean, the way that where the stems go to me has always been where it is on the staff. If it's above the middle of the staff, the stems go down. And if it's below the middle of the staff, the stems go up. That's just the way it's always been for me. Let's see here. So half of them are up and half of them are down, depending on where the notes are on the staff. For me, I don't. But that's I mean, we have different worlds or realities, I guess. So let's see here. Here I am sitting in a tin can has changed, and any version he sung much lower. I'll have to check that out. I didn't say hey yet. What are you talking about? Oh, to Aqsa. Yeah. Korrie, I've seen some weird stuff in the chat. So does it have something up there where you put something in? That is crazy. I gotta go look up. You didn't put the heart and the kissy face? Are you serious? Okay, now is it that we're shifting during these things and that stuff happens, or is it, is it layer upon layer, like pages of a book are on top of each other, or is it just the AI screwing with us? That is freaky. Yeah, I've had some weird stuff in chat myself. I haven't had something that specific like that though. Wow. Well, someone told me, who was it? It might have been, was it? It might have been preliminary. I'm not sure, that our conversation changed or something. I don't know. Crazy. Oh, it's obvious you cannot read military time. I know you kept saying that, and I'm like, the schedule doesn't say 10, Brandon. 12 plus 8 is 20. Or 20 minus 12 is 8, whichever one way you want to do it. Oh, goodness. I was working on my car model. There was one part I needed to. You work on car models, Korrie? That's cool. To screw in to keep the wires in place. I figured it out the right way and went to screw it in. It wasn't in your hand anymore. Oh my gosh. Subliminals Angel. Hi, JW again. um, so what are you guys saying? What are you in Dominic Curie? What are you in Great Cheat? Are you still talking about Flintstones? I think it was without the T for me originally, but I have a dual memory on that. And I think a lot of my dual memories are because I've seen changes for so long that sometimes it's a little confusing. Like some of them I have a frame of reference for, like the John Deere. I mean, I grew up on a farm. There's no way I'm going to miss that. I mean, I know it's been with an E ever since I was 13, but I know that it was without the E at first. I mean, it's just, you know. Let's see. You'll put something down and it just disappears. Crap, I've got like 3 things. Like, I have a bottle of lotion and my hairbrush that I cannot find. And it's just like, where could they be? But then they'll just pop out of nowhere sometimes too. It's so bizarre. Flintstones with the T. Never saw it without the T. Oh, you're waiting for the flip flop. You still didn't get to see it. Yeah, I've had, I think, 5 flip flops. Noxemia was the first one in that freaked me out because I guess it was. But that's when, see, even though I've seen changes forever, I really didn't know this was a thing until I guess it was 2017. But anyway, I saw Noxemia in the store without the Z, and I had used it ever since I was a kid in the 70s, and it didn't have, and it had the Z, and then I thought, they must have dropped the Z. And then here comes a few months later and it had the Z again. And I just flipped. And that's when I knew something was up. You're holding it between your fingers, flipped it around and went to line it up and it was gone. That's crazy. I haven't had anything that specific happen to me. See, there's a renovation company that is doing a job next door and their name is Flintstones. It's like the effect is taunting me on that one. I know. That's what I feel like too sometimes, Dominic, and even like your thoughts. Like, for instance, like, I'll be thinking stuff, just in my head, and then, all of a sudden somebody will say something kind of in a weird way, like it's taunting you, you know, or either the TV or even somebody in real life. And that makes me pretty much know. You guys, I'm 99%, well, maybe a little bit less, 98% that it's a simulation of some sort, I'm pretty convinced that it is. And I asked, Unamundi was in the chat the other night, and we were, all of us were talking, and I asked him if he thought it was a simulation, and, I shouldn't speak for him, but he did say that he thought it was too. Well, you've seen lots of flip-flops. Oh, hi, Rockbiter. I didn't know that. I'm glad to see you this early in the morning. Flintstones does not make sense. Right. I know that, but that's what it was, or that's what I saw. The Great G. I mean, that's what it has been because that's a known flip flop. But I mean, it's funny because a lot of the times the people that argue with us on flip flops or I mean on Mandela changes, it's like the word dilemma. But yeah, I say dilemma because that way people know I'm talking about the spelling with an N because there's no way if we were confused that we would put that N in there. Oh, you're just misremembering it. Why would I put an N in dilemma unless it used to be spelled that way? See, Aqsa says her messages haven't been sending either. That's weird. Yeah, definitely had the N. And then the rhythm is another one. It used to be RYTHMN. It used to have the N on it. And, now it's all spelled weird. Yeah, I don't have any frame of reference for The Rock. I don't think I've seen a single one of his movies. And people talk about his famous saying or whatever, and I'm just like, I know nothing about that. I cannot contribute whatsoever. Let's see. You're becoming more convinced it's a simulation, Sharka? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Master Richie. Yeah, that's just, because everything that happens can be explained by a simulation, like even this moving to Orion. I mean, maybe there's no physical move to be made in the first place, and, changes in continents and everything. I mean, if you think about it, all that can be explained if it's a simulation. And then, I've just been watching Tellez a lot. In fact, I started from his beginning videos and I'm watching every single one of them. And I'm just becoming more and more convinced about it. He talks about cloning and a lot of deep, deep, deep stuff. I mean, not just, but he talks that it's a simulation pretty much and why we're put into the simulation and all this stuff. I mean, I don't know if I agree with 100% of what he says, but man, stuff's out there. Okay, Brandon, I was a big time Elvis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were talking about that the other night. Well, I can bring up a picture of Elvis. Let's look at it. Elvis in 1977. We'll put that. I don't know. His face kind of looks really kind of big in that one. Images for Elvis in 1977. See, this looks about right. Well, that one doesn't. Like this one. That one he looks a little bit too skinny. But like his face, I guess, is a little puffy. Maybe that's why. Yeah, you kind of have to see the whole body to his. I don't know that it doesn't look too far off. He does look a little bit skinnier to me, but to me, it doesn't look all that much different. I don't know. We'll leave these up. Okay, I gotta go back in the chat. Yeah, I agree with you on the stomach and the gut, but wasn't, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you, but I don't think to the extent of what you're saying, I guess is what I'm saying, Brandon. Let's see. And then you say hi to someone and it doesn't show up, Korrie, right? That's crazy. Okay, okay, yeah, you just said you wrote 2 messages. I know. See, that happens to me a lot too. Or I have to wait. Like I remember one time in Pat's stream, I wrote the message, but it went clear to the top. Like it went like I had just put it the very, like one of the very first few messages of the chat. And so nobody saw it. And so like I was talking and they're like, oh, we didn't see you come in. And I'm like, and then I go up there and then my messages is up there and I'm like, whoa, crazy. Okay, let me see. Did we choose to be a part of this Twilight Zone experiment? Master Richie says. I would say no. That's my opinion. Other people I know say that we did. My opinion is no, from everything that I've seen. I think it was a trick. I think we were tricked into coming to here somehow. Or maybe we weren't even tricked. Maybe we were just forced to come here. But I would say no, we did not choose. That's just my personal opinion. And I need to do more research on that to back it up. But right now I would say no. For me, anyway. Okay. You think, Aqsa says, I think I know what this is, Korrie. I've been gathering data for a while. We're flickering kind of in and out of realities within, yeah. I think that I've seen evidence of that too, Aqsa, exactly. In and out of realities within minutes and seconds, and things appear and disappear, yep. Because like I'll go to even just within, just stuff not even online, but just as an example for YouTube, like it'll go to a white screen rather than this black screen I have up. Or whatever, and just, I don't know. Dominic says he has no memory of agreeing to this, but of course you wouldn't. I do think I would have said yes to this if it were presented in an exciting way. Well, to me, if I did agree to it, I think it was an elaborate trick, honestly. Let's see here. Oh. Korrie says, do you think we're like glitching through realities just really quickly sometimes? Yes. Because like even Korrie with your hand, I mean, I saw that right when it happened, you know, during your stream. Of course, that could be, it could be the camera and this and the buffering and stuff like that. But you see the warble in the air, Rockbiter? Oh man. You saw weird orbs today too. Now I've taken photographs out here where, I look at them later and there's orbs on it. Sharkay says doing 800 things and listening. I wish I could do 800 things at a time. I know you're joking, but have a good day at work, Sharkay. Subliminal's Angel, I always thought he was not really fat, but ruined by drugs. It looks not like he is fat, but has a kidney problem caused by a drug addiction, which made people have a swollen face. Yeah. Ate too many burgers. Yeah, I think it was his drug problem that made him have the heart attack. But see, to me, that's another. Well, I don't know. I think they're combined, so I can't really say on that. Let's see. You think most of the shifts are slower, more gradual, but that they also come in different frequencies. Some fly by and some take their time. We've been in this really thick and heavy energy for almost a week now. Yeah. To me, it lifted a little bit after the full moon. Yeah, I don't know that he does the lip curl anymore either. I think we flicker in and out, even just minute by minute or even second by second sometimes. I really do. I agree with you, Aqsa, on that. Oh, I don't know about where he died, Sharkay. I guess I could look it up. I wonder if it would say, though. Yeah, I thought I heard somebody say that they can't find the lip curl anymore, but I haven't really looked for it myself. Come on. It won't let me grab it. Stupid thing. It won't let me grab it. Okay, there we go. Come on, I'll use my arrow button. I don't know. It's acting weird right now. It won't let me go down. Let me refresh it. Hey guys, I don't know if my internet went out for a little bit or not. It looks like you can hear me though. Okay. I'm having technical difficulties here. My computer won't let me. Well, I'm having trouble with that, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Let me go back to, or maybe I can look on my other computer. But I'm going to go back to this one from Dead GPK. These are photos are courtesy of Dead GPK. Okay, let me look back to the chat. Rockbiter's going to go check his comments on videos. JW is signing up for sex and booze. You remember Trick? Are you serious, Rockbiter? No, I got to go back because I'm way back in the chat. Brandon says, most likely a sim or the Great Delusion. The heavy energy has been amplifying our emotional reactivity and muddying up our thinking space. Dominic, I would agree with you on that. Wait a second. What? I went by too much. What in the heck? Ugh. I don't know. I'm confused. I think the chat's... Well, Korrie, and that's what I was wondering. That if you were shifting during your stream because of that. Let's see. You did have a dream that you were asked, Aqsa? Oh my gosh. I'm way behind in the chat, you guys. I'm sorry. Bye, JW. Are you leaving? I hope. Let's see. Dominic says there's nothing left for me in the real world. That might be another reason why I might have agreed to this. I think it's something deeper than a sim, though. Yeah. Well, I think it's a sim, but I think there's a lot more to it than it just being a simulation. I mean, I think there's a purpose to it. You remember some stuff you cannot address yet. I'll be very curious to find out what that is. You're happy to be alive, Dominic. Something interesting about life. That's cool. Okay, Rockbiter. Yeah, heart and kidneys make my face swell. Not addiction here, though. Yeah, well, and you're on a lot of medication too, right? Aqsa says she died from suicide, and the guy told you could come here or go to hell, and I could only say yes to coming here. No was still yes on the contract thing. Oh my gosh. That is a freaky dream. Holy cow. The Great Chi. We're wanting to see how the Mandela effect finally ends and what happens to us. Brandon says he saw a blue orb the size of a volleyball and it started pulsating. Then there was a really bright flash from it and it was gone. But there was a UFO above the car. Oh, that is scary. An exciting suspense to living in this phenomenon, Dominic says, yeah. And yes, hopefully a happy ending. I think there will be. I really do. Unless you totally get bogged down by fear and anxiety, I think there will be a happy ending. Let's see. Okay. I'm still behind in the chat, but I gotta do something. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me just make sure something real quick before I talk and no one's there. Okay, good. All right. Oops. Go back to that. Okay. All right. No such thing as borrowed time, Aqsa says. The doctors don't give you your time. You have your own time, and that's yours and nobody else's. And, yep. I'm wondering if other people have said this too, but I'm kind of thinking that we don't die at all anymore, is what I'm thinking. Okay, Sharkey. Oh, no work today. I'm getting my house together for an exterminator. Ready to go by 8. Family of 5. Well, I'm sure it is a nightmare. Okay, Rockbiter. I was told I'd be helping humans and also get to experience physicality. I wanted to understand what it was like to be a tree, a bird, a man, but mostly to help. Interesting. Hi, Raleigh. It would be so much more fun if the effect would shift a bunch of funds into our, no kidding, into our bank accounts. That would allow us to really make this into a great exploration. Yeah. I wouldn't even say a bunch of funds. I would just say, like, money for shelter and minimum food and clothing, and that's it. That's all I'd need. So you agreed to one lifetime, one human life. Well, see, that's the thing is that, well, that goes into a lot of, I don't know. Some of the stuff I would hesitate to, I'm going to keep going down the chat. We'll just put it that. Let's see. Oh, darn it. It just way went. Okay. Yeah, I see repeating numbers all the two. Rockbiter. Oh my gosh, I'm way behind in the chat. Korrie's having. That's wild. Okay, I guess I'm caught up now. Let me see if I missed anything. I'll go up here a little bit more. You found you get sick during each shift? Yeah, well. You do check your comments? I have to do that too. Oh, Brandon, how do I screen share? I have a video on that. If you go to my channel and you just go to my channel page and you go all the way down to, there's 3 how-to videos at the very bottom. And one will tell you about how to stay out of trouble with the music policies too. But the one that has Hangouts on Air on it, clear at the bottom, click on that and it tells you, it'll show you how to screen share. All right. So I think I'm caught up if I go down. Okay. Dominic is making fun of Korrie's pain. No, not really. Oh my goodness. So does anybody know if Kathy's going on today? Don't talk about cyborgs. Ah. Brandon, I've had my PC look as if it's being remotely accessed, and my Roku is definite remote access from outside source since I started speaking out. Yeah, well, Brandon, I saw my camera on the other day for no reason, and that really, and so I have like a piece of paper over it now, which I normally do have a piece of paper over it, but you know, it had fallen off for a few days. And you don't follow the schedule, Dominic. You just refresh YouTube and click stuff. That's funny. Yeah, well, that's how I used to be too until I did this. But, you know, now I know kind of who's going on at what times and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, that camera going on really kind of ticked me off. And then, and then it had a hangout or something open. I don't know. You try to be up by 4 a.m. so I can click this stuff. Oh, thank you, Dominic. 4 a.m. is really early, though. I don't know if I'd do that if I didn't have to. You put blue painter's tape, yeah. Right now, I just have a sticky, but I probably, yeah, blue tape painter's tape is probably a better, well, I guess it's about the same consistency, but you got your 3 hours of sleep. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I went to sleep. I think I went to sleep a little bit. I probably got a little bit more sleep than normal, maybe about 5 hours last night. Your icons move in your sleep, Brandon? That's funny. He says, I wake up and all my icons are moved all around the screen. Well, that would freak me out because mine are all in the same position pretty much. Well, let me check on this other one anyway. I don't have icons on my Chromebook. Yeah, they're all the same on this one. What's weird though is that sometimes, like, I've got 4 clocks on my desktop on my other one, and sometimes my current clock will be right, but the other 3 clocks will show a different time, like a different minute time, not hour time. So that's kind of weird. Oh my gosh. Aqsa, that's scaring me. What is happening here? My messages appear and then disappear. Korrie, I've just had a convo with you about numbers in your text and it disappeared again. I think we're going to see more of this, you guys. So, you know, I think we're going to see more and more and more of this all the time. So That universe was so 5 minutes ago. Hi, Preliminal. How are you? Yeah, don't have much time left on this one. But Patrick, we've been talking about how things have been really glitching in this chat. Like people will have conversations they didn't have, and then conversations will appear and reappear and disappear. And Brandon says the AI is censoring us. Well, it's, you know, some people say it's not, they don't think it's AI now. I do. I think it's simulation, and I think it's AI, and I think, you know, like I said, I'm not 100% sure how can you be on stuff like this, but I'd say I'm 98% sure. I think Claire, I think Korrie comes on Wednesday. Let's see. It should be Central Time for Patrick, I think. Oh my gosh. A couple of shifty girls, Korrie and Aqsa. Yeah, I don't know, but I've had that happen too. We'd just be seeing ones and threes if Korrie went on today. Okay, I'm going to put up another picture. And Dead, if you're watching, these pictures are awesome. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay. Well, I can do it that way. It's not as big, though. This is a kind of a cool picture. But these are Dead GPK sent these to me, you guys. And he said I could show them on the stream. So, all right. I just sat watching Raleigh's stream, and he was looking for a song to play. Everyone was still chatting, and then I went out and came back in, and it said streamed 20 minutes ago. I know I've seen stuff like that too. Well, and then a video that Scott Harrison put up. He had just put it up, but when you know how you look at it and it has like the red marks for how that you've seen part of it or whatever, it said I'd already watched 9 minutes of it or something, or not 9 minutes, but you know, a portion of it or whatever. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is just craziness. Yeah, I think we're going to see more and more of this all the time. So be prepared to see some weird stuff. I think, you guys, I'm serious. Okay, so Brandon, he's only 1 hour behind you. And I'm 2 hours, Brandon. Come on, Brandon. Time zones aren't that hard. I'm just joking with you. Ooh. My back's been hurting. I don't know why. Oh, I gotta get a drink of my iced coffee, but all my ice is melted. Let's see. You've seen repeat videos of Scott, but they're new here. The bird lightning one went up a while ago for me, but here only yesterday, and it makes sense as it ties in with his live stream. I know, but see, that's what I was saying. That's the one where it said that I had already seen part of it. And how could I have seen part of it if he just put it up? So I don't know. Okay, Dominic says, Aqsa, I think you should maybe be getting things done 20 minutes early. 20-minute time slip would be enough to mess things up as you are a parent. Yeah, that would be a lot to deal with because, it's bad enough for me to be, flitting in and out of time every so minutes or seconds or whatever. I mean, my goodness, if you had kids, that would be scary for me a little bit. Oh my gosh, Master Richie says he once signed up to donate his organs for his driver's license. What if I died and my brain has been animated into this virtual world for testing and the year really is 2275? Oh my gosh, you have an imagination. But who knows? See, I used to be an organ donor too, so let's see. I hadn't thought about that. Oh my gosh. I had not thought about that at all. Many repeats, 4 years behind here, roughly last I knew. Brandon, I saw once upon timelines about the 10 months pregnancy before I watched it the other day. Really? Videos you watched 4 years ago are new here? Well, see, and I think videos will go in and out with like flip flops too, because like, if something changes, like even a logo or something like that, you go to look for all the videos on the past stuff and it's gone, You've been watching for time skips and have seen them as long as 3 minutes. Time that just doesn't happen. We can handle 3 minutes vanishing, but more than that can step on real responsibility. Yeah. Dominic, you're right. That's good that you've been trying to sleep right, Patrick, because I know for a while it didn't seem like you were sleeping at all. Korrie, I just heard a voice in your head but it was my voice saying, did she have a seizure? Oh my gosh. That is crazy, Korrie. Well, just like when I heard, I thought that was my friend Julie's voice, but her voice sounds a little bit like mine. And so I think I heard myself say, Michelle, are you awake? And I just like bolted upright. That was when a lot of us were talking about hearing our names called in our sleep. Remember that? Just when you thought nothing could freak you out, Master. Yeah, Brandon, I hadn't thought about that either. Were you guys organ donors? Any of you? Because I know I was at one point. I don't do it now. And the reason I don't do it now is not because, well, let's see, alternate Korrie is a nurse. Oh boy, that's freaky. Yeah. But were all of you guys organ donors at one time? That would be something that we should all take note of, I think. Is after finding the ME though, Dominic? Okay, so that wouldn't. Oh my gosh, Brandon, you have an aunt that died in the 80s and she's alive now. That is crazy. It's crazy. So, Patrick, you were at one time, Brandon, but you changed it. See, that's what I was too. I'm not anymore, and there's reasons for that. Even though it sounds kind of selfish, I have my reasons for not being one now, but I was at one time. I had not heard about. Oh, you've never been an organ donor, QP? Okay. You changed to non-donor and then got sick, Rockbiter says. She died in the 80s. Wow, Brandon, yeah. Well, what does everybody else say? They don't notice it? Brandon? That's crazy. Let me check something. Who's to say that really matters if you're a donor or not? Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, they could do this to us even if we weren't a donor, probably. You think he did die, Miss Rosie? You think he died in 2002? Rockbiter says 6 months ICU, 3.5-week coma. Yeah. Well, see, that's why, I keep going back to that we died also, because the reason I do is because I didn't, that's when I started seeing changes in the early 80s. So Brandon says, my mom was affected, says she died, and so does my sister, but seems as if everyone else remembers her as never dying. Wow. Now, is the aunt your mom's sister, or was it your dad's sister? You know that you died 3 times in ICU? Wow. Mm. Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, I keep going back to that. I keep going back to both things that, see, Patrick, right. Yeah, we've talked about that. When you went into the hospital, you might have died in 2010 with pneumonia, then again in 2016 when you shifted or awoke here. Yeah. Okay, so your dad's brother's first wife. Oh, okay. Korrie says maybe our organs are in other people's bodies, but we see it as our original bodies, different organs and different timelines. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is a whole nother thing that I had never thought of for the ME. This is a whole nother thing. This is, oh my gosh. I think this is freaking me out a little bit, you guys. Wow. This is pretty huge. Oh my goodness. I just don't know. This is a whole nother line of thinking I had never even thought of before. Well, I know. I think we need to think of alternatives, no matter how scary it is. But I just had never, not once, thought about this before today, about the whole transplant thingy. I don't think has anybody ever brought it up before. I've never heard this being discussed before in anybody's live stream. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is crazy. Because what if the different things we're remembering are from different, oh my goodness. Yeah, Rock Biter says don't pee on the electric fence. I one time when I was little, just a bunch of like my brother and a couple cousins. It was really wet outside and raining, and they had an electric fence, and they said put a weed on it, see if it shocks you. And I put a wet weed onto the electric fence, and of course I got a shock. We're a bunch of Frankenstein monsters, Dominic says. I feel like we're onto something, Korrie says. Oh my goodness. Well, I think it's a line of thinking or that we need to explore at least. I mean, I don't know that is it, but I mean, it's something that, yeah. Well, yeah, we've discussed being dead before, but not about the whole transplant thingy. That's a whole nother ball of wax. Frankenstein's monster remembered some things from his donors. Yeah, I've read the book. Yep. Well, someone else said something about being a donor too. I'm not sure who it was, but oh my goodness, you guys, this is just freaking me out. I don't want you to see all my pictures. Why is that there? I mean, not that I have anything to hide. Oh. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, this is freaking me out a little bit. I mean, because even like, I don't know though. I mean, I don't know. We definitely need to explore this. Well, maybe Scott or MA can talk about it too. If they hear this, or maybe Korrie can email them or whatever. But because I don't know that anybody's talked about the whole transplantation thing before. So I don't know. So everybody here but QP has been an organ donor at some time. Is that correct? Because I'm not now, but I was. And see, the reason I quit being a donor was exactly because of this. Because I had heard about, how Patrick says he's too young to keep dying and distributed all over the galaxy. Yeah. But, like somebody said, I think it was you, Brandon, that says, even if we weren't an organ donor, who's to say that that's not what they've done anyways? So, I don't know. Guys, I'm going to have to get some ice for my iced coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see what I missed. Glad you guys have been talking in the chat. Let's see. Okay. Master Richie says choosing to be a donor may have something to do with it. I know. Oh, you never changed it yourself, Korrie, but it's not on your license anymore? That's different. Yeah, it is getting very weird. Maybe that is the choice, Korrie says, yeah. Yeah, it might not matter for donors, honestly. But it's interesting that it made us think of this today. Yeah, or you were, but you don't remember. Spiritual futurist absurdism. Patrick, I like your way of words. But you have had operations in Hawaii and home. They may have resurrected our brains and connected them in a virtual world, Master Richie says. Jetrix, you were an organ donor. What does that mean? I missed it. I was working. Well, we're kind of okay, guys. I think you can probably hear me now. Anyway, yeah, this whole line of thinking is a little scary. Yeah, Jetrix says right when I was answering your question. Yeah, we're just talking about the possibility that, it's maybe something about organ donation. I mean, whether most of us here were an organ donor at one point, except for QP, but really does that even matter in this day and age anyways? I mean, if you die young, I don't know. Or if you have an operation and you die on the table, do they take stuff without your permission anyway? They're watching us figure out what they've done, Patrick says. Or perhaps the decision to be an organ donor is somehow of cosmic significance, Dominic says. Wow. Is Sharky in here? Or is that some weird gobbledygook rock biter? You're getting a little pressure on your left temple. Must be onto something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Korrie. Well, it looks kind of like Sharkaton Na, but it's all messed up. Oh no, backwards world. Oh, you just put backwards world backwards. That's funny. Oh man. Well, it's definitely something to consider. I mean, I really do think it is. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll leave the chat up just for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn the audio off. But everybody have a great day and think about what we've discussed here, because I think it's a new line of thinking that I haven't really heard. before or thought about even myself. So everybody have a great day, and I love it all, y'all.